Hey, Stan Steve, please like and subscribe. So please do subscribe. It's absolutely free. And the necessity to subscribe will become clear in this video if it's not there already. It's for the lols, it's for the insights, 5 years in the game. And I've got your best interests at heart. But this is a big thanks to Soliman. He did mention out that there's not only three factions. There's not only the number one infantry, in my point of view. Everybody has their different points of view. It's absolutely right. Whatever's right for you and what combination of commanders that you're invested in or what interest, how you want to see your investment play out on the field, 100% fine, obviously. And that's what makes the game interesting. But for me, infantry number one, archers number two, and cavalry number three. But anyway, I cannot forget the other faction, which I guess by default is in fourth place. But if there's anybody else, it would be in a lower position, and that is Siege. Yeah, I'm going to try and get to the point very quickly. I've seen a sponsored creator. Listen, sponsored creators are there to do something that you need to be aware of. That you need to you need to be aware of. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a position where you do what I've done in the past. And to be honest, I want to give that some context before I can't. Okay, you're basically going to end up investing in Sargon. The second I invested in Sargon, I realised he was just not up to scratch. Same with Harold Sigurdsson. And to be honest, same with Chiok. The ones that are going to endure are these area of effect. Just to broaden that out, though, when they do the power creep, the ROK, and I will get back to Siege, but I have to finish off this point. When they do the power creep, it may well be that that the existing area of effect commanders are just not powerful enough, and therefore you may well have a single damage commander that does other things in the passive sense, or in the buffing or debuffing sense, buffing of you and debuffing of them, which makes them of interest. But it would always be a placeholder until we get these amazing area of effect commanders, which kind of outstrip it. So anyway, I've seen a sponsored creator who is there to sell, as are some of the mistakes that I've made in some of the investments that I have made in the past and then instantly regretted it. Sargon, don't do it. I say I got 5 years in the game. Unless you look at these stats yourself and think beyond early game, the very early game where we're kind of still using epics and or some kind of gold key commanders and things like that. Fair enough, early game. You may get somebody with money to spend who invests in Siege and all the armaments and all the equipment. So of course they may well have some stats. But I guarantee towards the end game that is not going to be adequate. That's the bottom line. So I've seen a sponsored creator talking about very battle specific situations, which I'm going to talk about right now myself. I've seen a sponsored creator talking about, the qualities as a Garrison. This is, long story short, there's better Garrison commanders out there. And if you're free to play, so first things first, if you're paid to play, there's better Garrison commanders out there. So you just wouldn't have Lupa. And if you're free to play, the best strategy is to not get rallied. So you got to follow the best practice advice. Stay on Alliance territory. If you're going to be away from keyboards, maybe you want to put that shield on. Try and forecast ahead about if you're on Alliance territory, but it's a flag. You know what I mean? And it is possible or conceivable that they may burn flags and get to you in the 8 hours or 7 hours that you're going to be sleeping, or till the next time you play the game, then you may well wake up on fire. Long story short, so in terms of Garrison commanders, not only is he garbage, not only is there better commanders out there, but there's a better strategy for the free-to-play or the low spenders, which means you don't invest in him, even if it was the best Garrison commander, which it ain't. All right, so what else is there? I think I've seen somebody talking about. I don't want to confuse with the new. No, it was definitely Siege. You're just never going to use... What, you're going to use it for a rally commander? You're going to use a Siege commander as a rally commander? Of course you're not. You're going to use it in a melee? Oh, of course you're not. Or would you? I've got to confess, I say I'm with the end game boys. So what I want to avoid is anybody who's early game invested in Siege expecting that it's not going to be a wasted investment double quick. You know what I mean? So you get those limited amount of gold heads if you follow the advice I'm trying to give you with your VIP at level 14, 3 heads a day. It still means that you still need to be tactical. You still need to be tactical. There's only going to be so many gold heads that you can, so many commanders you can optimize or maximize or expertise, however you want to phrase it, with the gold heads that you can get even just by being active and getting 3 gold heads a day. So you just need to be very deliberate. And that is never, and it is not, and I can't say never, but up to this point, it's just not Siege. And they would have to dramatically remodel what Siege are about. If it's a tactical thing, number one, they'd have to make it like quicker than Cav. Quick, it has to be at least as quick as Cav, if not quicker. So you can get in, you do a specific tactical job, and then you can get out before before you take too much damage. That is the where it may well get tempting, but that's not where we're at right now in the dynamics of the game. Right, so the reason why I'm on this map, the only scenario which I still don't recommend, which I've seen it, is where I've seen Siege point like here-ish in the middle, just directly below the altar of darkness. We were to the bottom left near that orange tree in that area. And we were kind of making our way, and we actually made our way all the way to the right towards this vacant corner here. We nearly took the altar of darkness, and I think then we just got slightly less active, and then they kind of took the altar of darkness in the last 45 minutes. Okay, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is the Siege were positioned here towards the middle whilst we were there. And what we couldn't do, or the dilemma was, we can't just send one army to go and kill this one Siege, because we had to get through all their armies, which were kind of in this corner trying to stop us making our way there. And you kind of have to edge your way into battle, otherwise you're edging your way into a kill zone. And that's the only thing. So if you're behind your own army's attacking lines as Siege, maybe you can take pot shots at the enemy at a time when they can't hit you back. Yeah. But it does not balance out the fact that it's weak. None of those Siege commanders hit me. We wasn't all that many on my side. Yet if they did, I could have shrugged it off. And it's just that kind of token damage of battle. You know what I mean? It just wasn't worth it. And it was just more to do. There's just better commanders to have more impact, which will be in many scenarios in the game. And Siege, out of the 4 factions, joking aside, it's always going to be 4th. It's not as good enough as Garrison. They haven't tried. It's never going to be used in Mele. It's obviously never going to be used as Siege rally at low speed. Come on, let's be serious. Let's be serious. Never. Slowest thing in the... Can you imagine rallying a city deep in enemy territory because you got a badass Siege rally commander? Then you walk back and it's going to take you 50,000 years and you think you're going to survive. Never happen. It just never happen. And then there's a specific tactical reasons you might want to use it, like they did in my KVK. But in that instance, they would have to make it tempting enough, and I still wouldn't do it, but it would make more sense if they made it one of the fastest units in the game instead of the slowest. You can get it in and out, which is not the current case. Anyway, so that's it. Please like, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to be part of the conversation, then please be nice. Put it in the comments to say I don't agree with you because the reason why. Or, if you want to agree, then just click on subscribe and click on the big thumbs up. Say, yay! And, it's always good. It's all fun, isn't it? We're just enjoying the game. I just do this because I enjoy the game. So, but I'm interested in points of view. Anyway, please like, subscribe. That is Steve, and I am out.